Now let's look at the attributes of the square root function. If you look at a square root function and you make a table and plot points, you remember you're going to want to pick points that you know the square root of. So you're going to pick numbers like 0, 1, 4, and 9. Now, we define f of x to be the square root of x, and we're going to restrict the domain to where x is positive because it doesn't make sense otherwise. The domain is all x greater than or equal to 0. The range is all y greater than or equal to 0. The x-intercept is at 0, 0, and so is the y-intercept. So if I want to graph something like f of x is the square root of x plus 2, remember you really need to find where this term right here is 0. So this will be your endpoint, and that's going to occur when x is 0. When x is 0, f of 0 is the square root of 0 plus 2, or 2. So you're going to be able to plot the intercept. Now you're going to want to graph a couple of points. So you're going to want to do 0, and you're going to want to pick points that makes this a nice number. So 1, I know the square root of 4, and I know the square root of 9. That's going to be enough to give me a general shape. So I've already done this one. This one is 2. When x is 1, y is the square root of 1 plus 2, which is 1 plus 2 or 3. The square root of 4 plus 2 is 2 plus 2 or 4. And the square root of 3 plus, or excuse me, the square root of 9 plus 2 is 3 plus 2 or 5. So we're going to plot the points 0, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now at this point in time, you should give a really nice sketch and not be too terribly far off. If I want something like the square root of x plus 4, this is going to be a horizontal shift to the left, 4. So you can actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do the points, or you can recognize that's what it is. Now I'm going to graph some points because, again, I want some nice shape to my graph. So when x is negative 4, this is the square root of negative 4 plus 4, or 0. When x is negative 3, this is the square root of negative 3 plus 4, which is the square root of 1, or 1. Let's see. I also want 1. I want this one. This is 4. So when x is 0, this is going to be the square root of 0 plus 4, or 2. So this will give me a fairly accurate sketch of my square root function. Sometimes we're going to want to find maxes and mins. Now when I request a max or min, you're going to have to look at the interval. This interval is 1 to 5. Or excuse me, this interval is 1 to 4. All right. So since the square root function is monotonically increasing, you're going to want to evaluate at the endpoints. So if f of x is the square root of x, f of 1 is the square root of 1, or 1. F of 4 is the square root of 4, or 2. So the maximum is going to occur at the larger number. It's going to occur at 4, 2. And the minimum is going to occur at the smaller number, or 1, 1. Now, what if I have a wild and funky one like this? F of x is the square root of x minus 3 minus 1. And I want the max and min on the interval 3, 8. Well, you do the same thing. You evaluate at those endpoints. The max and the min will occur on the endpoints. So f of 3 is going to be the square root of 3 minus 1, which is the square root of 0 minus 1, which is negative 1. Now this really is okay because I'm not trying to take the square root of a negative number. I took the square root of 0. So it is okay for me to have an answer that is negative 1. F of 8 is going to be the square root of 8 minus 3 minus 1. So this is going to be the square root of 5 minus 1, which is just an ugly number. So the maximum is going to be at 8 square root of 5 minus 1. The minimum is going to be at 3 negative 1.